Alright, shalom, shalom. First one, give all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Yahweh is the Most High God, Yahushai is the Son of God, the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Again, Yahweh is the Most High God, Yahushai is the Son of God, the true name of the Heavenly Father and His Son. Right? I don't got no particular, topic. But I really want, go on this app, that provides me, information on what's happening in the world. And I came across, a video or an article, right, where it says it's from the website Military Times. Right, I don't know if this, a valuable source to get information, but look it up. Right, stay touched, stay, watchful, if you will. But it says Russia preparing to attack Ukraine by late January. Right, so basically Russia and Ukraine has been, having tension. Also, on the other hand, Russia and U.S. Also you got on the other hand, China having tension or conflict with Taiwan. Right? A lot of people don't know this, but this is very biblical, very prophetic, if you will. Right? It says Russia preparing to attack Ukraine by late January. Ukraine Defense and Intelligence Agency chief. Right? So let's get some scriptures. And I'm gonna touch on China, Taiwan as well. Let's go to Luke chapter 21, verse 8. It says, and he said, this is red letter, and he said, take heed that ye be not deceived. For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and the time draweth near. Go ye not therefore after them. And there has been, a lot of, so-called self-proclaimed chosen people, self-proclaimed Christ. Right, verse 9, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and commotions, which when you go into that word commotions, which goes into
Strong's G181. Akatastasia.
Right, which goes into a state of disorder, a disturbance and confusion. Right, because what's happening? What happened recently? This whole thing, dealing with that white kid that shot a couple people. There was a riot. Also, you got over there in Australia, the things happening over there in Australia, in France, in all, diverse places of the world where there's uproars, commotions, people rioting, protesting against the government and against these unrighteous decrees. Right, it says, but when ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars, be not terrified, for these things must first come to pass, but the end is not by and by. So these things has to happen. Right? What you don't know about these prophecies, they are set for an appointed time. These prophecies are set for an appointed time. right? So it's in order. Some of these prophecies, a prophecy has to be fulfilled for another one to be fulfilled. You know, it's like, you know, that game with dominoes, which you hit one domino and it's gonna hit another one, and it's gonna hit another one, it's gonna hit another one. That's basically what it is, man. Right? It says, verse 10. Then said he unto me, Salaki, it says, then said he unto them, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. Which, let's go into this word, against, which, you know, it's a simple word. I'm sure you already know what it means, but, you know, for the sake of edifying.
Strong's G 1909 Epi.
Which is like, you don't really see nothing good, but I ain't gonna say that, but no, basically it means to oppose. Against is synonymous to the word oppose, if you will. So right now you have Russia, you know, having conflict and tension, you know, having conflict between, you know, there's conflict between Russia and Ukraine, and China and Taiwan. You know, that's nation rising against nation. Now, going back to this article, it says Russia preparing to attack Ukraine by late January. You know, and that's, you know, that's a form of opposing, if you will. I don't know if it's going to fall through. I don't know if Russia is going to really, you know, attack Ukraine by late January. I don't know. But, you know, just keep your eyes open. These things are very biblical. Now, I want to look up some, if I'm not mistaken. Right? Oh, yep. So, basically, it's this is a chess game being prepared, right, for the last war that shall end all wars. Right, which is World War III, which it says, this is from the CNN article or website. It goes in, U.S. considering sending extra weaponry to Ukraine as fears mount over potential Russian invasion. Right? Is that not chess pieces being, you know, set up? Right, this world stage is being prepared, man, for the World War III, man. This is biblical. We are living in the last days, man. Now, if you don't know, you know, the prophecy of Magog, you know, Ogog and Magog, which is concerning, you know, Russia bombing, nuking, destroying America, having its part, and, you know, destroying America. Right? But as you can see, you know, U.S. is is, you know, lending support onto Ukraine. Now, this could start a chain of events, right? You never know. Right? There's already been conflict between U.S. and Russia. Even on the other hand, you have China having conflict with Taiwan. And what you think U.S. is doing, you know, with that? The U.S. is sending support onto Taiwan as well. You see the motion, if you will. Right? You see the the pieces being set up. Right? And it's lucky I have my dog out here, so I'm watching him. If I'm, stop speaking for a moment, it's because I'm focusing on him. But, let's read a little bit on this article. It says the Biden administration is weighing sending military advisors and new equipment, including weaponry, to Ukraine as Russia builds up forces near the border and U.S. officials prepare allies for the possibility of another Russian invasion. Now, I don't know about you, but if you on the other, right, for politics, if you will, whether it's street politics, right, if you on the other side, you helping the other man, you are counted as an enemy, right? If you helping the opposition, you are counted as an enemy, man. Right, same thing with this, man. Russia count a U.S. as an enemy. Right? Which, let's go back to the book of Luke. Luke chapter 21, verse 10. It says, nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom. It says, and great earthquakes shall be in diverse places, and famines, and pestilences, and fearful sights, and great signs shall there be from heaven. Let's go to Matthew chapter 24. Matthew chapter 24. Right? Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. It says, and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Right? Because when you go into the word rumor, let's get it. I don't really know it as I'm going to just look into it. See, can we get any edification from his word? Right?
Strong's G 189. AKA.
Right? AKA, which goes into the sense of hearing, the air, the thing heard, right? A report, a hearsay, right? So right now, what's that going into? These articles, these reports, these news reports concerning politics and concerning the world. That's rumors of war. That's where rumors of wars come from, right? So basically, that's prophetic, if you will. We heard a lot of talk of World War III on social media and in person. Right, so this, is building up to prophecy. Right, prophecy is about to be performed. It's about to be fulfilled, and it's all appointed for. It's all set for an appointed time. Right, Salakia. Right, so I had to get my dog real quick, but continue on. Says Matthew chapter 24, verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Right, so these things must first come to pass. Like I said before, these things has to happen for another prophecy to come to pass as well. It's like a chain of events, if you will. Now, I actually want to touch on China and Taiwan. That's why a scripture speaks about being watchful. And we know, if you don't know, we know that China and Russia, even Iran, is in cahoots with each other. right? Now, what I looked up on Google was China and Taiwan war, right? You could, see a couple things, see a couple reports, and be watchful. Right now, I'm getting my thing froze, but I looked up China and Taiwan war. It touch on that, what's happening over there and stuff like that. It says Taiwan revamps military training for reserves amid China pressure. Right? Salakia. I'm gonna pause this video. And I'm gonna go somewhere. Salakia. Bear with me. Right, Salakia. I just went in the house. Forgive me for the interruption, but touch on this article. It says Taiwan revamps military training for reserves amid China pressure. Right, so right now there's tension between China and Taiwan. Even it says another article. It says calls for war with Taiwan grows louder. See that word war? That's a rumor of war. It says calls for war with Taiwan grows louder online among radical Chinese. Right? Even on this other article on Express website, it says China terrifying Armageddon war warning 10 times worse than worst nightmares. Bro, I'm just touching on a couple of these articles. I'm gonna find a good little article touch on. Right, this is the BBC News website. It says China and Taiwan military tensions worse in 40 years. Let's go over here real quick. All right, this and forgive me, I'm just touch on various things or diverse websites. This from the Hill website, thehill.com. It says America must prepare for war with China over Taiwan. Is that not rumors of war? Is that not rumors of war? Now we know. Now let's look up China and Russia. Let's look up China and Russia. Right, this a little, a recent article that came from the Jerusalem Post, which it says the China-Russia entity could be the next big alliance. Now, when you go into the word entity, let's look it up. Understanding, noun, it says a friendly understanding or informal alliance between states or factions. So like I said, man, China and Russia are in cahoots with each other. Now it's prophesied that Russia will send forth arrows. Well, metaphorically speaking, if you know what I'm saying, then you know. If those arrows is the nukes, if you will, metaphorically speaking, But, it's prophesied that Russia will shoot forth arrows at America in these last days. Now, let's read on this article. It says China and Russia signed a roadmap for closer military ties on Tuesday. It says reports indicate the Associated press reported that Russian defense chief on Tuesday signed a roadmap for closer military ties with China, pointing to increasingly frequent U.S. strategic bombers flights near both countries. Right, so basically, they sending information to each other. Hey, it's not a secret, man. Of course they sending information to each other, man. Right, but I'm gonna make this short. Colin, this is another article. Right, it says it's an insider from the Insider website, the Business Insider. Well, let's charge this phone up real quick. It says U.S. Army Special Forces are shifting their focus to fighting China or Russia. See, that rumor of war. It says, and they're already practicing for it in Hawaii. So let's get a couple of, more scriptures. I'm going to close it. Let's go to the Revelation chapter. Revelation chapter 11, verse 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. Yeah, because that's, the second woe is World War II. The third woe that cometh quickly is World War III. The war that shall end all wars, man. The last, going into it, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. In fact, let's get Isaiah. Get the prophecy. It's Isaiah. Now, if I'm not mistaken, the Medes are Russia. It says, Isaiah chapter 13, verse 17, it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them. Yeah, because right now you have the hearts and the minds of the Russian leaders being stirred up. Because really, all you gotta do is, the king. If the king needs to go to war, the whole people behind him is gonna go to war with him. So right now, you have the hearts of Russia being stirred up. Right, it tell you how there's it tell you how sealing instruction in man. Right, so what you don't know about the power of the Lord is that He could seal instruction in the minds of men. Right, what you don't know is that the Lord can what? Direct man, whithersoever He want them to go, if you will, can understand what I'm saying. But going into it, says, verse 17, it says, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. It says their bows, which is what? Those nukes, also shall dash the young men to pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb, and it says their eyes shall not spare children. It says, because America, they ain't, their eyes didn't spare that land. I forgot what it was called. I ain't even going, try to pronounce it, but look it up. That time where America dropped a nuke or atomic bomb upon a land, if you will. Look it up, right? They ain't spare that land, and I think it was the first time. You know, I think that was the first time, you know, when at that time when America dropped that bomb upon that land, that atomic bomb upon that land, that was the first time, man, ever a atomic bomb being used, if you will, if I'm not mistaken. Verse 19, it says, in Babylon, the glory of kingdoms, which is America, the glory of kingdoms. It says the beauty of the Chaldees, excellency shall be as when God overthrew Sodom and Gomorrah. Right? Now let's get Ezekiel. Now I'm gonna close off on this script. On this scripture. Right, Ezekiel chapter 38, verse 10, it says, thus saith the Lord God, it shall also come to pass that at the same time shall things come into thy mind, and thou shalt think an evil thought. Meaning, talking about Russia and the others that's going to be an alliance with them, or be a part of the alliance that's going to go against America. It says, you know, and thou shalt think an evil thought. What is that? Meaning what? A thought of what? Destroying, you know, this country, America. Because that's definitely going to come into the minds of the leaders of the world to destroy America, man. And they going to go through with it. It says, and thou shalt say, I will go up to the land of unwalled villages. Now the unwalled villages is America. It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. Right? Is this not a land that, you know, dwell in safety, man? Look at these Americans, man. Getting fat, getting all fat, without a care in the world. Right? Have, you know, a false sense of security. Right? You got partying, drinking, mirth, joy, laughter, entertainment being done in this land. Don't nobody care about nothing, man. Right? They just, you know, they are at ease in the land of America. It says, I will go to them that are at ease. It says, I will go to them that are at rest, that dwell safely. All of them dwelling without walls, and having neither bars nor gates. Right, but I'm going to close off that. You know, Lord willing, this video was edifying. Double honors to the elders of the house of David. Peace and blessings unto the elect. Salute and shalom to the fellow laborers in his truth. And all praises, honor, and glory to the Most High Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahushai. Shalom.